Hey, welcome to this practice today. I'm glad you can join me. We'll be flowing through, as you can see, the sun salutation B sequence. It'll be gentle, pretty fluid, and we will be going fairly slow through it. So, the practice today will be more of a meditation rather than an exercise. And if you're willing to, slow down today, go at a little bit more of a gentle pace, then let's do it. We're going to start at the back of our mat in a seated meditation. You can cross your legs any way you'd like to, any way that feels right. Begin to focus our attention and awareness now upon the body. If you've been through a sun salutation A before, potentially B, you might be worried about what's to come, maybe thinking it might be a little bit too intense. We will be going gently through this. So allow your mind to be clear. Then come back to the present moment. Come back to the physical body. And the awareness of the breath that's present. The intention today will be a meditation focused on maintaining purpose, maintaining alignment with what you are called to do, this practice might be repetitive in certain postures. There's an aspect of life that is still, silent, and restful. As we go throughout our days, we may feel meaningless, small, even disconnected. But know that even an ant, a slug, or a butterfly all play a huge role in the bigger picture of nature. So too we as human beings. We are placed upon this earth to play our part, to help heal, to be engaged, to help make positive impact and change. It may seem simple, but in the simplicity there's the meditation, and in the meditation there is great effect in changing the inner person. And as that first changes, we then bloom into life. Aiding the body as a whole. Let's reach through the spine, lift the crown tall, gentle spinal twist. Perhaps using one arm to help press your torso back towards the back of the mat. Then gently releasing, we're switching sides. Let's come forward, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, hips stay glued to the mat as our arms reach out in front of us. This bowing posture is very humbling. It's a great place to start in any practice, coming into it humbled, paying respect. Coming back up to the seated, we reach our hands to the sky, inhaling deeply. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take a few breaths here, centering the awareness, finding your intention, connecting with the breath. Begin to deepen the inhales, extending the exhales. Let's come all into tabletop position. However you are seated, shake out the legs, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Move your legs as need be, depending on if there was tension created from that seated posture. Begin with a short wrist warm-up, as we will be doing some chaturangas here through the sun salutation B sequence. So let's rock forward and back, just really pressing into the palm of the hand, spreading our fingers out wide. Notice if there's any soreness in the hand. If so, you can still do this practice. Just do modifications to help aid yourself so you're not injuring yourself. Let's bring our fingertips to point towards the outside of the mat. You can broaden your knees a little wider here to get a stronger stance as we rock our torso side to side, pressing into the fingertips to bounce us back from one side to another. I myself am still dealing with a wrist injury, so I will be modifying, probably using the knees during the chaturangas, just keeping less weight upon the wrists. Let's flip the fingertips facing the back of the mat, press into the palm of the hand, stretch through the forearms, broaden the shoulders. Shoulder blades go down the back. Awesome. We're going to sit now upon the heels, clasp the hands together, create a gentle figure 8 shape with the wrists. Ideally, the palms are glued together. You could switch the direction. feels right for you, we're going to come up onto our knees, gentle spinal twist. Switching sides, reaching left hand back. Coming forward, reach hands to the sky, sitting upon heels, palms to heart center. Let's come back into tabletop position. Knees come off the mat. We find ourselves in plank pose. Find that strength. We will be flowing through this posture, so here's a chance to activate the hands, find the strength in the shoulders, the lift of the legs, the tuck of the pelvis, the activation in the core. Notice how the hands are fully planted, the fingertips and the knuckle pads. Recognize that strength here. Notice how maybe the breath begins to waver. Steady it out. We won't be here for very long. We're just tapping into that strength that will be needed in this practice. Remember, you can always drop the knees. From here, we're gently coming back with the hips into downward facing dog. Move as you need to. Find that space, that gentle awareness, and come back to that connection of the breath. As we're flowing now a little bit more into the practice, let's not forget our intention. Focus on the mind and the body. Remembering the aspect of this meditation, the one where we, as a human being, play a significant role within the entirety of society. That as we change ourselves first, we then learn how to transform the rest in a healthy way. Not following the patterns set before us, but allowing us to create new patterns with new knowledge, new insight, as we find new direction. Lift the hips higher, really press into the limbs and stretch them long. Rotating the elbows potentially down a little bit more, opening up the upper body. From here, we're gently going to walk our feet forward towards the front of the mat, coming into a flat back. Inhaling, exhale, fold forward. We're holding the forward fold just for a moment. You can clasp the hands in front of you. Maybe even press the feet upon the palms. Just find first here a gentle forward fold, touching the hamstrings ever so slightly. Allow them to open up gently here. Coming back to the breath, back to that intention, a meditative presence. Allow the body to open up as the hips lift high. We press down through the heels. Hamstrings are stretched long. Torso is heavy. crown of the head is falling gently towards the mat. Let's bend the knees slightly. Untuck the toes, uncross the arms. We're going to press into the feet. Curl up ever so gently with the spine. Reach our hands to the sky. Inhale deeply. Exhale, we come into mountain pose. Here we connect back with that awareness of breath and body. This is the start of a sun salutation B sequence. Now that we've made it onto the mat and begun the practice, we'll now take that meditative quality, those aspects of staying present, and we'll begin to flow through this practice, holding on to that intention. We'll start slow, it'll pick up a little bit, not too much, and we'll come back down for a final meditation. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, hips sit low, chair pose. You could have the toes together, or you could keep the feet hip distance apart. Connecting with the breath. Feel the activation in the legs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Stepping back, exhale, Chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale, untuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's flow through that beginning sequence one more time before we move on. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, walk the feet gently towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, standing mountain. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, take a breath. Inhale, right leg comes up, three-legged dog, parallel the shin with the mat. Exhale, coming through, planting right foot between hands, dropping left heel, coming up, warrior one. Take a breath here. In this posture, we'll take a second breath, as this will be a slow movement through the sun salutation. Exhaling, palms come down, plant hands, right foot goes back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to take a second breath. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog, parallel that left shin with the mat. Bring the foot through, plant the foot. Right heel drops, coming up, warrior one. Torso is facing front of the mat. Set the hips deep, allow yourself to take another breath here in this posture. Exhale, palms come down, we frame that left foot, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or stick with the cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hips reach high. Exhale, we walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, standing mountain pose. Hold for 2 breaths here. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a second breath here. Hips reach high, palms are planted, heels stay steady. Next, inhale, three-legged dog. Lift the right leg up, press through that right heel. Exhale, knee comes towards the chest. Plant the right foot, drop left heel, reaching up, warrior one. On the exhale, drop the hips down low, reach high. Take a second breath here. Exhaling, framing right foot goes back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Hold for a couple breaths here. Hips reach high, palms stay planted. We're staying focused, we're staying meditative. We are feeling the experience, not thinking past it. Inhale, left leg lifts, we press through that left heel, nice and long. Exhale, knee towards chest. Plant left foot, right heel drops. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Reach hands high, press long, strong through that right foot. Hips lower. Exhale, hands come down, plant, frame left foot goes back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, hips reach high. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, standing mountain. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Hold for another breath. Inhale, chair pose. Drop the hips deep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands, stepping back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, hips reach high. Exhale, bring the right foot, plant it between the hands. Left heel drops down, warrior one. Take a breath there. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, open arms wide. Gaze past the right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Hands plant, frame right foot. Right foot goes back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hips reach high. Exhale, left foot comes through. Left foot plants between hands. Right heel drops down. We reach our hands up. Warrior one. Connecting with the breath. Take a second breath there. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Reach through those fingertips. Energies flowing high through the crown. The core stays activated as the hips drop. Inhale. Exhale, we come forward. We frame the left foot. Left foot goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hips reach high. Exhale, walking forward, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into the feet, chair pose. Exhale, mountain posture. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Slight back bend. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take another moment here. Focus the attention. Coming back to the present. Back to that breath. Focus on the moment. We'll be moving through the halfway mark. The end is coming closer, closer than we know. Let us be in the moment, for the moment is all we have. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot lifts off mat, press through that heel. Exhale, right knee towards chest, plant the right foot, drop left heel coming up, Virabhadrasana 1 or warrior 1. Take an inhale, exhale, open arms wide, warrior 2. Right knee tracks with right foot. Take a second breath there. Reach long through the hands. Inhaling. Exhaling, framing right foot. Right foot comes back, meets left, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lips reach high. Exhale, we hold. Inhale, left leg lifts off mat. Three-legged dog, press through that heel. Exhale, knee to chest. Plant left foot. Right heel drops down. Warrior one. Coming up, reaching through the hands. Tracking left knee with left foot. Hips drop low. Inhaling. Exhaling, open wide. Warrior two. Find the crown above the torso. Left knee tracks left foot. Hips drop low. Right toes at a 45-degree angle towards the right side of the mat. Maybe a little bit wider, it's okay if they're pointing off. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, we come through, frame left foot. Drop down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, hold, lift hips high. Find strength in that upper body. Inhale, hips reach higher. Exhale, walk feet front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press through the feet. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach high, slight back bend, activate the glutes. Exhale, palms to heart center. Maybe close the eyes, come back to the awareness of breath. And there we had moved through Sun Salutation B. May even have felt easier than you expected. Notice how it feels to have finished what we have gone through. Maybe you had an eagerness for it to end. Maybe you had the patience to remain in the moment. In this practice, it is awareness of how we are experiencing the life that we are living, so that we could acknowledge who we are, what we do, and then we can change. We're going to step the right foot back. Point the toes to the right side of the mat or the left, whatever works for you depending on where you're at. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, beginning to slow down the practice. Beginning to slow down the mind. Let's reach our arms out to a T. Open our palms up towards the sky. Stretch through the crown of the head. Find length in the legs. Ideally, your feet will be hand-width distance apart. They could be closer in if your hips are tight. Or potentially work them out further. We will be folding forward. But first, let's twist open to the right side, opening our right palm out. You could bring your left hand towards your right hip, maybe pulling you into a deeper twist as that right hand reaches back, guiding the upper body to a deeper twist. Gently, we come out of that. Bring our hands back to a T, opening the palms to the sky. Take an inhale, exhale, twisting now towards the left side. Maybe bringing right hand towards that left hip. Coming back to center, open our palms out to the side. Let's do a quick wrist practice. We're going to point the fingertips strong and only move the wrists as the fingertips begin to circle inward, creating large circles with the fingertips. Beginning to bend the elbows as you do so. Nice and slow. As they come towards heart center, we're going to reverse the circle and move our hands out in front of us. Still keep an awareness of the legs. Maybe now you could even scooch the feet a little wider after you have found some space. Let's bring our hands towards ourselves now, reversing the circle. One last time, we will move from here upwards, changing direction of the circle that is created with the fingertips. We might feel cracking and popping within the wrists. That is okay. But recognize where it is going too far and be gracious and gentle to that part of yourself. Switching direction of the circle, last time we will bring our hands down to heart center. Meeting there in prayer. One more time, we extend to the legs and bend from the hip creases into a forward fold. If you desire to come into a flat back first, feel free to do so. Maybe even scooch the feet out a little bit more. And then drop down into a meditative state as the head falls towards the mat. Maybe even reach the hands between the legs. Remembering our intention. Notice how that intention makes you feel. Acknowledging the motions as they are, rather than identifying yourself with them. The hips are reaching high, pressing through the feet. Whenever you're ready, we could come back to a flat back. If you need to, from here, you can heel toe your feet in a little closer. Stretch through long and tall, through the spine. And coming up, we activate the core, we press into the feet, keeping a long torso, lifting from the hips and the core activation. Hands come to heart center. Step towards the front of the mat. Find ourselves in our final mountain posture. Maybe close the eyes one more time in this strength, in this standing, this rooted pose. Whenever you're ready, we're going to bring our hips down to the mat, closing off the practice with a final spinal twist before ending in our last meditation. You can take any spinal twist that you wish to do so. Maybe that's bringing the right heel towards the top of that left knee. Maybe that is simply bringing knee and knee together, allowing them to fall over towards your left side. Maybe crossing left leg up and over the right, or crossing the right leg up and over the left. Maybe you want to take butterfly legs instead. Whatever you feel as though your body's speaking for you to do. This is a time to acknowledge it, consider what it is saying, and move in the way that it is asking you to move. I was having a conversation with a friend, and it was about being independent. So many people attempt to be independent as if it's a good thing. It's something to achieve, something to admire. They esteem themselves as being prideful in a way for having their independence. But what my friend told me was that it is worth acknowledging that each person, as they surrender their lives to each other, rather than being independent, we become one in union. Let's release the spinal twist. We're going to switch sides. It's truly in the union of each other that we recognize a more full life. Because those that choose independence, they're choosing in a way, not entirely independence is this, but it's more self-sustaining. A self-sustained independence is one that is burdensome, that will strip you of rest, peace, and well-being, as well as connection with the rest of the community that we've been placed around. And that's not something we need as we heal. As we heal, we find that connection and unity are far greater blessings than being able to do all for ourselves. But through humility, we work our purpose, and in our purpose, we are much more of a blessing. Because it is not about the self, but it is about the oneness that's created through us all. Bringing the knees back up. You plant the feet. Whatever you chose to do, you could follow me into a final corpse pose. The legs stretch out before us, the hands open to our sides. You could take a final inhale and then let it go, allowing the body now to sink into that deep rest. Whenever you're ready, begin to awaken the body. Begin to turn over to one side or the other. Press ourselves up into a seat. So we find ourselves here, the end of the practice. We begin to enter back into our lives. Let us not return the same, but acknowledge the possibilities that we can create as long as we choose to change. Not holding to our pride, but through humility, we play the part that we are meant to play. I wish you well, and thank you for joining me. Namaste.